Okay, next up on the docket, we got Nick Rekieta about to be homeless. Boogie, you want to do the background story or maybe Wings? Whoever wants to do it. Who is Nick Rekieta?
Go ahead, Jordan. Nick Rekieta is a lawyer that got famous for like doing trials. He got really popular during the FPS Russia thing, where like Kyle was getting with the cops, and he really blew up during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and he made a lot of money. And he basically goes around and be's like the internet lawyer. I mean, like Legal Eagle's kind of taking his job now, and he's kind of like falling off because all the initial money that he made, he decided to live it up by swinging and doing cocaine and giving his children cocaine. Now, that's pretty much a step up, right?
Yeah, he's one of these YouTubers that was wearing. Ruby said in the chat, "I can fix him." He was one of these YouTube. No, you can't, Ruby. Listen up. He was one of these YouTubers that wore the fucking Chris Chan Sonic Chew medallion. All right, like he's one of these fucking YouTubers, and then he went from making thousands and thousands of dollars a month. I'm talking like $100K a month to getting fucking raided by the police, a SWAT team, getting busted with mounds of cocaine, allegedly, and firearms and all kinds of shit. His own child, a 9-year-old daughter, tested positive for cocaine. Like, it's bad. Like, it's bad. Boogie faked cancer. That's nothing compared to this shit. This shit is like he's facing 20 years in prison.
Yeah, don't give your prepubescent daughter hooked to cocaine just yet, you know?
Shy with the 20 gifted.
Boogie, are you trying to say that's your job to get them hooked on cocaine later on in life?
Right, yeah. That's what I was saying. Wait till they become strippers when they're 20 or so, and then, you know.
Yo, if you are on a gifted member from somebody, bro, thank the person in chat who just gave you a gifted member. Look at all these new people that are now members and can talk in the chat. Please thank the person sending you that, please. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to step this up what Keem just said. If you really want to get the most out of this gifted membership you got, go ahead and put the other $5 with it and upgrade to Cash Cow and come chat with me, Boogie, and Keem in the Discord. It's the best way to spend your money.
Absolutely. And so what's crazy about this is the horrible negative things just don't end, all right? Because check out this with Nick Rekieta. His fucking house is being foreclosed on. Foreclosed on. How?
Wow.
How does he even have a fucking mortgage on this goddamn thing? He look, it was only $845K.
I like how you just used the word only there. It's only almost $1 million bucks.
With the amount of money he was making, Jordy, he had 200,000 concurrent viewers during the Johnny Depp trial. He walked out of that making at least $250,000.
The answer to the question of how he lost this house is cocaine.
Yeah, eight balls ain't cheap. 8 balls ain't cheap. Especially when they're hand delivered to your house 3-4 times a day.
There's a reason poor people invented methamphetamine because they can't afford coke.
Yeah, but this is like a fucking Boogie situation. This house should have been fucking paid for. All right? But it gets even worse because
Mamba 1977 super chatted $21.01. Keem sure loves to punish his employees. I think he has a punishment fetish. S&M?
No, I don't. I really don't have a punishment fetish, but I like making good entertainment, and you guys like the punishments. Like, you know what I mean? It's entertaining to you. That's why I'm into it. But when it comes to Nick Rekieta, he was given the house. The house was fucking given to him, which makes this so insane. Uncle Chris with a 550. Check this out.
Uncle Chris.
Here's what happened. So they are trust fund babies. They are trustees of the Robert Lord Property Trust.
Okay.
So
Lord.
when Rekieta got this home, which was paid for by his granddaddy's oil money, okay, it was completely paid off. There was no mortgage on the home. He didn't have to pay anything. Well, at the height of his success in 2022, back when all of these trials were happening, he was raking in money hand over fist.
Millions.
For whatever insane reason, Rekieta decided to take out a mortgage on the property.
Idiot. I don't need to hear anymore. Complete idiot. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, and so now we get details of this, which it turns out that Nick took out a mortgage of $316,000 on April 1st, 2022. Why?
That's the point he went broke right there.
Yep.
And
That's the point he went broke.
This is when interest rates were at an all-time high. This is coming right out of the fucking pandemic. What are you doing?
Yeah, he also had legal fees out the wazoo back then, didn't he?
He did?
Was that when the trouble started?
Oh no. 2023.
Oh, okay. So this is even before he was okay. Oh my God.
So he would have basically had to pay back $284,000 on that 6% loan.
And
the bank's about to get a very beautiful home. That place is nice.
So there is an inside view of the guy's home, and I think it's because it's for sale right now, but I just don't feel comfortable showing it, so I'm just not going to show it.
Yeah.
So now, if you guys remember this story, Nick Rekieta is friends with this guy, Aaron I'm a Holt or whatever his name is. All right. And Nick Rekieta starts banging Aaron's wife and having threesomes with his wife, Nick's wife, and this guy, Aaron's wife. And they start doing all kinds of gay sexual stuff, right? When the cops busted in, they found Nick Rekieta with Aaron's wife. And Aaron and his wife are allegedly getting a divorce or something. So, like, Nick stole this man's woman. All right. Aaron says he's taking responsibility for this.
I can say right now.
And by the way, Aaron talks a lot of shit, but like people also talk a lot of shit on him, and they call him a cuck because Nick Rekieta stole his wife.
Because this has been bothering me since we were talking about the foreclosure on Tuesday.
Oh, and also he got hit with some revenge. This guy right here that you're looking at got hit with revenge porn charges because he leaks shit about his own wife.
I am responsible for Nick Rekieta's foreclosure. And I'm busted up over it. I'm emotional over the whole thing. I'm wrought with guilt.
He's being sarcastic, obviously.
I feel terrible. Nobody deserves this. And the fact that I've done this, it will be very difficult for me to sleep. And I can't help but think that people are going to say nasty, terrible, awful things about Nick and how stupid he is and how he doesn't pay his bills and why would you take out a mortgage on a house that's fully paid?
Hold on. I can't stand this Aaron guy, and here's why. Aaron wanted to be a star on YouTube so bad that he gave his wife's pussy on a silver platter to a more popular YouTuber, Nick Rekieta. That is fucking weird, bro. Like, that is so fucking weird. Like, I have no respect for this guy at all. Now, maybe I got something wrong, all right? Let me say allegedly just to cover my ass. But that's what the internet has been saying, all right? And I don't know if the internet's right on that. But it's like, bro, what?
You think he would have started with a ring light instead of his wife's pussy? Like, he's literally lighting his setup
Captain
right there with like a
Hindsight
lamp. You can see it in like that frame up there.
$20.98. Sorry, my Lazidono was set to Australian dollars. What is the plans for LolCow Aussie? Happy to help out behind these scenes for that show.
Oh, amazing. Yes. Hit up Twiggy. He's on the show and popular on the Discord. Just hit up Twiggy. He's on the show. He's clearly Australian, as you know. But yeah, I don't have respect for these people like this. It's just so fucking weird. Like, so fucking weird. And by the way, Aaron's wife was an attractive woman. She was attractive. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'd rather be broke, fucking crippled. Like, there's like a million other things I'd rather have happen to me than lose my wife or my fiance, Brantley. You know, like, what?
I mean, he did take the Jesse Ventura doll out of the package. He's only destined to lose that woman anyway.
Yeah. Now that you point that out. Holy shit.
True.
What a fucking weirdo.
That's so weird.
It's just a fucked up setup. I'm just looking at it. He's got like holes in the back of the drywall. He's got something hanging on the desk here. He's lighting his whole setup with like a lamp you get at Ollie's. And he's wearing a Twins jersey. I don't know. Like, the man looks weird and he has a weird setup.
On the sign, okay, so he's basically a cuck, and then on the whiteboard it says confetti cucks. What is a confetti cuck?
I think that's his like members or like people that view his stream.
Donors
you know, like
and
people do
stuff?
like
Okay.
Patreons and shit like that. You know, I call my shit the hoodlums. His is a confetti cucks.
It's just like, what are you doing? Like, okay,
Oh my god.
Boogie has like everyone fucking shits on Boogie, right? But like a cuck is so much worse than anything Boogie's ever done.
I agree.
Like it's just so much worse.
I agree.
Boogie doesn't even have testosterone and he's not a cuck. Like
No, I would never. If any girl I've ever been with lays with another man, we are done that day.
me too.
Yeah.
If you talk to another man too long, I might be like, bye. Like,
Yeah.
And make sure that motherfucker help you take your shit out the house.
It's just like, dude, like what is going on with our fucking society? Like they're printing out cucks. They're just printing out these like weird guys. Like it's so weird. Someone in the chat said kink shaming. You're damn right. Whoever told you it was wrong to kink shame is a fucking idiot, and they probably deserve to be shamed for their fucking weird kinks. You're damn fucking right.
You know, I was thinking Keemstar when you was talking about how they did like this polyamory shit in like the hot tub and they were like sharing wives and shit. And the whole vibe he got off when he was telling I'm gonna foreclose on his house was like he gave fucking Nick a blowjob and never got it in return. That's the energy this man's putting on.
Even if you were going to do that, even if you guys were going to go do some swinger thing, right? Let's say he went over there with his wife. Maybe he fucked Nick's wife, whatever, right? And they were doing some swinger thing, all right? When the party's over, you take your fucking wife home with you. You know what I mean? At least that much, bro. Come on, Aaron. At least take the wife back home with you. Nope. She stayed there. She said, I ain't going home. She said, I am not going home.
For you're the dumbest motherfucker who ever lived. You really are just the worst human being that we've ever encountered. Like all these things are going to be said. And I feel like even though I can't stop them from being said, I can take responsibility. And this foreclosure is all my fault. The reason it's all my
Oh, somebody in the chat said, be careful, Keem. You got some weird cucks watching. Well, let me say this to you. Stop being a cuck or continue. But I think low of you. I do. I mean, don't you guys?
He thinks so low of you that you're one of the small names on the confetti cuck board.
It's like, who the fuck wants to be? Come on, bro.
I'm a confetti cuck. Let's go.
I'm just saying that I wonder if how big the name is, how much they paid.
Aaron, if you wanted to pimp out your wife, get a divorce with her. Just be friends and then pimp her out, right? Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck is going on? At one point, Aaron and this woman stood in front of a fucking priest and said, "Death do us part." At one point, he loved that woman. What the fuck? Go ahead, Buggy.
Let me be genuine. I'm not a big fan of kink shaming most kinks, but if your kink is harmful to yourself or others, then yeah, we're going to kink shame it. And there's nothing more harmful to yourself than watching another man fuck your wife, dude. You are ruining your own life. What is wrong with
Liam
you?
O'Brien super chatted $19.99. Good job, boys. I like the show.
Thank you, O'Brien. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
It comes down to the boogie. It comes down to this is a porn addiction. Like I think almost all cucks are just addicted to porn, and they don't actually like sex. They just want to see porn in real life.
That fucking Chris Tyson, his mind was destroyed by fucking porn. He had an insane porn addiction. Everyone around him said it, right? His that's part of the reason why they think he went trans. Oh, there's a new report that I just seen on Twitter. Don't quote me on this because I have no idea if it's true or not. But there's a new report, or people are talking about it. It's the new thing that they're putting chemicals in our food that are making people have gender dysphoria.
What?
That's why gender dysphoria is on a rise, because of some sort of chemical in our food. I don't know. I didn't even get a chance to look into it. I just stumbled across people saying it.
Well, I've ate a lot of motherfucking food. I don't feel like being a woman at the end of the day.
Well, you were caught on page 5.
That don't mean I want to be a woman.
You were caught on page 5, bud. All right, let's continue.
fault is very simple. Nick had a plan. He found a mark, and he was going to take his mark down. He was going to convince the mark that this was a good thing for him, take the mark's money, and pay his bills. He was going to rob Peter to pay Paul. The mark was me.
Ooh. So Nick took his woman and his money. What the fuck?
A lot of people use Breaking Bad lines when they're talking about Nick because of the drugs and everything. But remember in Breaking Bad when Jesse Pinkman told Walter White, he goes, just for once, say you want this. Somebody ought to scream that to Nick, because Nick tried to sell me on this house like it was I'm giving you such a discount. And I thought about it the other day. The number he came up with specifically, remember, this house was listed on Zillow like $450. And he says to me, he goes, I'll give it to you for $350. We'll do it now. It'll be $350. And he said, we won't do realtors. We'll do FSBO. We'll do for sale by owner. And he goes, we'll avoid all the commissions. We'll avoid all the closing costs. We'll just do it between the two of us. He goes, you can set up a trust, and you can be the beneficiary of the trust, and you can buy it that way. This motherfucker was trying to limit his financial liability that he would have to put into the sale that he wouldn't be able to extract out of the home, because he knew he needed $307,000. So Nick wanted me to pay his mortgage for him. That's what he wanted. Aaron, will you please pay my mortgage? And then behind the scenes, while I'm bailing him out financially, he would also go, hey, bro, he's a piece of shit. Hey, he's fucking garbage. Oh, he's shit. Oh, he's terrible. Yeah.
Or is he really sitting there trying to act like he did a big thing by losing money? Because like he got offered this house for $350,000 to buy without commission of like a realtor, and the house is worth what on Zillow right now? $845,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's a $500,000 benefit that you missed out on because you're petty. Is that not what I'm reading?
Yeah, he's telling us to not do cocaine. What a fucking asshole, right? He came to me. That's what he did, too. I came to him because someone else told me, they were like, they're drinking too much, doing too much. And I'm like, and I go and talk to Nick about it. He goes back to April. He's like, oh, yeah, he's coming to me and saying that you do too much drugs and you drink too much, blah, blah. And he'd flip that.
Weird situation.
Why is Nick talking to your wife, buddy? Why is Nick and your wife having these private conversations, buddy? I don't know. They're all fucking weird. The house is now worth $850,000. Nick Rekieta hacked Aaron's Google accounts? No, come on. Did he really? Oh, that's too much reading and shit. I don't want to fucking deal with it. Bro, here's one thing I fucking hate about running Drama Alert is when there's like a leak and it's like a bunch of screenshots of DMs. Bro, I ain't reading this shit, bro. Like, I'm not fucking reading your entire, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm not reading it. Or the other thing they do, which really fucking pisses me off, is when someone, they're like a YouTuber, right? There's a YouTuber out there. They fucking make videos every single day. They talk to an audience. This is what they do. Or they're a streamer, right? And then they get in a controversy and they write out a Google Doc. Why the fuck do I got to read it? Why can't you turn on the fucking camera and talk to your audience and explain what the fuck's going on and what's your point? The only reason why this is written in a fucking Google Doc and is posted to your motherfucking Twitter is because you lying. You fucking lie. I don't trust a word you say. Why the fuck is this written out, motherfucker? Turn on the camera and talk.
This is Keemstar not wanting to actually read.
That's part of it. But think about it.
I mean, that is definitely part of it.
That's part of it. But think about it. Why are they not just fucking explaining their point of view to their audience? This is what they do for a living. For a living. And they're writing out some fucking, PR statement. Bro, any PR statement from a celebrity, a YouTuber, fucking anyone is bullshit. All right? What is it? Public relations. Whatever the fuck is in there is written to make them look good. All right? It's like basically a fucking attorney's writing it for him.
Yeah,
right?
but like a video is not going to be that much more sincere. You remember the T. Martin apology where like he took the ball out of the dog's mouth and petted it before he looked up to the camera and be like, hi. It's like it's pre-written and scripted too.
Yeah, but in the video, we got to see this motherfucker acting. He trying to get out of it, right? I can judge I can sit there and see someone's face and just know if they're lying or not. How they talking, how they acting. Like, you know what I mean? It's different, bro. I don't want to read some fucking bullshit. And you got no reason to do that when you talk to an audience on camera every day of your fucking life. Anyhow.
So here's what I'm learning, though, for people who ever need PR in the future. If you write it out, people like Keemstar are never going to believe it. If you say it into a camera, you got a shot.
Nope. If you say it into a camera, it's believable. And if you react right away, right? A lot of times they'll put out a little statement and be like, hey, guys, this isn't true. Wait for my response. Motherfucker, you can't just turn on your phone, record video, and post it on Twitter? Why
they got to talk to their lawyer.
Why am I waiting for a response? The first thing you should say is, look, guys, this isn't true. I got to take some time and organize a bunch of receipts and whatnot and put it together for a video. But what they're saying isn't true. Do not believe them until I can get my stuff together. You know, bam, post. Anyhow.
Or you could do the Dr. Disrespect route and go to Rumble.
Yeah.
Imagine being that guilty and still winning. Like, you just won. Okay, so we got a major update